Good morning, everybody. On today, Independence Day, July 4th, Saturday, and I'm here to bring you the Daily Collective. And I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. The fireworks did not keep me up too much last night, but they were out there. The first card of today is the Nine of Swords. There is anxiety and some stress that is going around. Let's see what is crossing or causing that with the Ace of Cups. So there is some new emotion here, some type of renewal, and that could be including the anxiety and the stress and the worry, or it could be that there is a renewal of emotions that could be positive. But let's see how this reading goes. And this is a general collective. It applies to everybody and anybody. And so here we have the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. So the Hierophant is talking about the hierarchy, which is God. And then we have the Knight of Wands here. And this can be a card of either combat or passion, but I will assume that it has to do with combat. And let's look to see what this energy is carrying from the past. We have here the bondage and the ties that bind. So there was some type of bondage that some of you may have had, or somebody who was obsessed. And it could be that somebody was obsessed with that type of energy, which is like God, someone at the top of the hierarchy. They like that power. And from the bottom, for the foundation, is the Ten of Cups that flipped over. And that represents family, joy, harmony, and happiness. And now we are moving up ahead to see what is on the way. And we have the Page of Cups, and this is about a child or parent-child relationship here. And then as we look at the oneself, we get the Ten of Pentacles. This is about wealthy families, large inheritances. It can be about large corporations. It can be about the government. Let's see what the environment is, though. Maybe we can get a little more clarity on that. We have here new life, new birth, a whole new energy. So it looks like there is a new, this, you may be entailing or embarking is a better word on a new journey, a new life. And this is into a wealthy family type of atmosphere. And there are large inheritances that are associated with that. So as we look at the hopes and fears, we've got Three of Wands. This talks about setting goals for the future and making plans. And then we get to the outcome card, and that is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a card of help, a windfall, a helping hand, some type of maybe someone is in need of financial assistance, financial help. But to get some clarification, we have the Eight of Swords here. So somebody out there is feeling trapped, or maybe they feel trapped in their mind. And the second card for clarification is the Ten of Swords. And this is where it is the end of that trapped type of vibe. Okay, so the third card for clarification is the Four of Pentacles. So it looks like there is somebody who is still trying to hold on, even though whatever traps that, like if say you had an enemy and they were setting traps and snares out for you, and maybe at one point they felt like they had that type of control, that came to an end, but they are still craving that and still trying to hold on to that. So from the bottom of the deck, we have here the Page of Wands, which is a messenger that bears exciting news. So there is good news on the way. And then from perspective, we have the Two of Swords, and this card talks about things being canceled. There being some type of stalemate, okay, and whatever that was, that situation that was bothering you has been suspended. Okay, so we are now going to move into some oracle cards, and let's see what we can get for today. Today's energy or today's vibe, whatever you want to call it or however you want to look at it. And the first card here that we have for Independence Day, July 4th, is that there is a misleading mask, a bogus, and shading true self. Okay, so that is the first one. And I'm going to draw 5 cards today from this deck. So that was the first one. The second draw here is talking about don't be fooled. There are tricks, misleading, and mental traps. Okay, so that is 2. Let's go for 3. And that is I'm indifferent. All right, so it's about limits that are, you're feeling indifferent about it and having no compassion, feeling disinterested, sitting in a neutral position, and keeping an emotional distance. And for the fourth draw here, we have light and dark, secrets, waves of change, and silent shadows. Okay, so we can put all these together to get some more clarification and understand the story that is unfolding here once we are done. The fifth draw here is about confronting the beasts within me. Okay, so it looks like there are people that are watching you or trying to, and then here is from the bottom of the deck, barred from entry, members only. And for perspective, we have the cycle continues. So this is all about a death and a rebirth, much like the death card in the tarot. There is the skull, which is obviously representing the death of something and a transformation, the metamorphosis from the caterpillar to the butterfly. There is some type of new birth there and a new creation. So we've got defendant and innocent. So they are weighing it out. The judgments have probably already been made, but they may need to be made again about somebody who is trying to do too much. But so basically what I'm getting here from these cards, just with even the first two, the misleading mask and shading your true self. And it's talking about don't be fooled by the tricks and schemes. And then as we move on, it's like, I'm kind of indifferent. I'm sitting in a neutral position and don't really care too much about what is going on. And this is applying to everybody and anybody that it resonates with, okay? And there are secrets, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, but there are definitely waves of change, but they are happening in silence somewhere in the shadows, okay? So the beasts that are within, the people that watch and that, are just, don't have good intentions, or they are obsessed, those people are being confronted. And then we have members only, so all of you who are the obsessed that are following people around and obsessing about their life, you are barred from entry. It's members only. And so there is a death and a rebirth. So who that death and rebirth applies to, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to figure it out as the days go on. So everybody have a wonderful Independence Day. Be safe. No DUIs, okay? Be blessed.